direct link between Boko Haram bandits and out-of-school children, Olusegun Obasanjo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo said yesterday that there is need for peace and security to exist in the country before development can be achieved. Obasanjo made this known at a public presentation of a book titled Reclaiming the Jewel of Africa. According to Vanguard newspaper, he said that there is a direct link between Boko Haram terrorists, bandits, and out-of-school children. And Asari Dokubo, let's be honest. According to Obasanjo, there are over 20 million out-of-school children across Nigeria, and people do not look far or do not need to look far to see the remote causes of banditry, Boko Haram, kidnapping, and other organized crimes. One mistake we are not going to make is to put Boko Haram into the mix. That is absolutely nonsense and ludicrous, because Boko Haram had their time well enough. They had their season. I mean, Boko Haram literally had their season of mayhem. They caused a national protest all around the world. The Obamas were involved in this. Relax, okay? So if they caused that much problems that it really took over the world, then of course it's a big issue, right? And so let's differentiate Boko Haram. Okay, maybe they're recruiting young children, but don't say there's a link, like as if they were all happening at the same time. No. There are phases. Boko Haram had its season. Unknown gunmen and bandits had their season. Out of school children is just not a recent, but in the last year, 2 years, there had been more intentional attacks on children at boarding schools, especially, was it the Kankara boys, right? They were kidnapped, and also another girls' school. So it's like, we're not going to then mix it like as if we're starting again to then analyze this thing from start and from fresh. No. We're not going to do that. You can't just say there's a link. What link? Yes, they are all obviously crimes and under terrorism, but they happened at different times. And Boko Haram wasn't curbed. When Boko Haram was the main terrorist crime going in the country, they were not, curbed and treated with all seriousness, right? The army failed to really tackle it. And it's interesting because within that time, a lot of American citizens, like they said 2 or 3, got lost in like the Sambisa forest or something. And yet the US Army came and they picked up their citizens and they left. So what is the issue? Right? The Nigerian Army had lied to Nigeria so many times that they had, taken out Shekau. Shekau, almost every single time, would laugh. Shekau would make a video and be like, bro, I am here. They have not killed me. What are they talking about? So, failure for the government to, curb that as well as they should have, then it obviously, was a problem. Things are not sorted in time with urgency and stuff. And so, when things go really badly, then, you want to start linking everything. No. That, I'm not personally going to have that. And I think, when we are trying to keep ourselves informed, we need to not just accept everything that's given to us. If you've been informed over a period of time, you will I don't personally believe this. He can't just come and tell me, oh, by the way, these are all linked, because it gives the notion and the impression that these are happening at the same time and have sort of some level of intensity. Boko Haram was not some kidnapping or non-government. Don't get me wrong, those are bad in it themselves, but Boko Haram was a different level of extreme use of religion to justify actions, killing, not just killing people, bombing, massacring, if that's even a word, butchering, making videos of such gruesome things and putting it up on the internet. That is crazy. So there are levels to this. Obviously, right now, Boko Haram is not as it was before, but don't undermine what Boko Haram was because unknown gunmen and bandits have come into the mix. Absolutely not. And it was the same government that had made a scheme and a regime and understanding for the repentant Boko Harams. I'm like, of repentant bandits. And I'm like, wait, what? And to think that there's a time where the plan was to recruit them back into the army. Are you serious? So I think this is such, smart wordplay, because Nigerians do tend to forget. So you can really use that to your advantage by retwisting information, how how it wasn't to, so it's crazy. And then, someone I just put in the comment, you actually have out of school children everywhere in Africa as a whole. It's a big problem, not just Nigeria, but it's not that all of them now would go and join Boko Haram. No. It's crazy. It's crazy. Someone else says the creator of Boko Haram is speaking the truth. We await the Buhari creator of bandits to say his own. Interesting, because banditry, rose to prominence during Buhari's time. So that's actually, it's a very, what's the word? Smart and witty comment. It's not a lie. The elites in the north do not want the less privileged and poor ones to go to school because they're using it for selfishness and to make money, and also for votes as well. Do not forget that. Well, put what you think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.